Welcome back, Mark here. Happy New Year. I received some VCLT from my good friend Steve Carlson. Before I show you those albums, I'm going to review an album that I purchased from Steve over at the Vinyl Record Mission. And Steve featured this album on his channel, say, a couple months back. This is a private pressing by Gabriel. Steve did a fairly extensive review of the album. Gabriel and his family granted Steve permission to play several of the tracks, and I really fell in love with the music. It just hit on all cylinders for me. Gabriel, at the age of 19, wrote all of the songs, produced, arranged. Let's see, Lucas Matheson played drums on quite a few of the tracks. This is fantastic. Let me tell you, it has a lot of Gabriel. He has already developed just a very distinctive voice in his playing. I hear a lot of two of my favorite artists in Gabriel's music, and I don't know if they were an influence to him or not, but he is in very good company. I hear John Frusciante in his guitar playing, and in his writing, in his production, I hear a lot of Beck. And believe me, that's good company to be in. And there is one song in particular that I have just played over and over again. It's maybe 2 minutes long. Everything that a great punk or early rock and roll song should be. It's quick, powerful. When it's over, you just take the needle back and play it again, and that is Mountain Daisy Condor. So I don't have permission to play a lot of the music, but I'm going to play a little bit of that track. The album starts on a very somber note, very Eno-esque, synth-based composition. Then we fall right into Golden Beat, which is fantastic. Please check that song out on Steve's channel. Great wah-wah guitar playing. I think there are 2 or 3 guitar tracks, some great counterpoint. It's just fantastic. I love the effect that he put on his voice. Again, very, very Beckish. Very, very Beckish. Is that a word, Beckish? I don't think so. This album is just filled with great music. The album ends with just an absolutely beautiful piece of music. The End, Someday, acoustic bass. I love Kerouac as well. I mean, it just hits on all cylinders. Again, this is a fantastic album, an album that I've played several times. As I was listening to the music, I was thinking, there are parallels between Gabriel and another artist that I really love. So if I would grab the debut album from this artist, on the back, produced, written, and arranged by Prince. Prince was 19 years old when he released his first album. Gabriel was 19 when he released this. It's fantastic. I believe it's his second album, maybe the first available on vinyl. With Prince, you may say that the album was unfocused, but I think it was more so to showcase Prince's talents. If you wanted a rocker, you had Bambi. If you wanted an R&B track, there you go, Soft and Wet, nice soul number. If you wanted a beautiful ballad with the falsetto vocal, you had that as well. There are several styles of music that Gabriel tackles on this album, and he does so with a maturity that you just would not expect for a young person. He is an extremely talented young man, and I hope he continues with his passion. In the right hands, there'd probably be 2 indie singles released off of this album. I won't spend too much more time. Your time would be better served following the link below and listening to some of the great music on this album. Steve, thank you for introducing me to this wonderful music. Gabriel, if you're watching, you are something else. All right, Steve, again, thank you. This hot piece of red wax has been spinning quite a bit. We have Cosmic Sounds. This is Nigerian funk from 1980. A hit track, Self-Destruction. Of course, on hot red vinyl. Steve recently reviewed this album on his channel. The original, I had no clue it went for that amount of money. For good reason. There are so many great break beats on this album. So many opportunities to pull fantastic samples. Again, just 2 songs per side, hypnotic grooves, great percussion. Has that kind of late 70s, early 80s sound, very warm, not over-processed. Absolutely love this. Thank you again, Steve. And then he also sent me this Third Man record pressing, Thad Jones, Detroit to New York Junction. Very cool. It's your standard black vinyl. I believe all of the songs were composed by Thad except Little Girl Blue, which has been covered endlessly. I quite like the interpretation on this album. It's kind of a delicate interpretation. You have Oscar Pettiford using his bow on his bass. It's just a beautiful rendition of that track. Of course, Nina's cover is my absolute favorite. But again, thank you, Steve. Absolutely love this album. You have just a great lineup. Kenny Burrell on guitar, Tommy Flanagan piano, of course, Oscar Pettiford on bass. This is fantastic. Always appreciate your thoughtfulness. Love your channel. You're one of the best. All right, I'll let you go. Take care.